Don't pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Knowledge will give you power, but character brings respect. Mistakes are always forgivable, if one has the courage to admit them. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is uniquely your own. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. Be water, my friend. A goal is not always meant to be reached, it often serves simply as something to aim at. Always be yourself, express yourself, have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits, there are only plateaus, and you must not stay there, you must go beyond them. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. Be happy, but never satisfied. The successful warrior is the average man, with laser-like focus. There is no way to success, success is the way. To hell with circumstances, I create opportunities. Life itself is your teacher, and you are in a state of constant learning. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. Love is like a friendship caught on fire. In the beginning a flame, very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only light and flickering. As love grows older, our hearts mature and our love becomes as coals, deep burning and unquenchable. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. For it is easy to criticize and break down the spirit of others, but to know yourself takes a lifetime. Use only that which works, and take it from any place you can find it. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. Under the sky, under the heavens there is but one family. Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim, is the crime. In great attempts it is glorious even to fail. Reality is apparent when one ceases to compare. Self-knowledge involves relationship. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Choose the positive. You have choice, you are master of your attitude, choose the positive, the constructive. The world is full of people who are determined to be somebody or to give trouble. They want to get ahead, to stand out. Reality is apparent when one ceases to compare. Self-knowledge involves relationship. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. Choose the positive. You have choice, you are master of your attitude, choose the positive, the constructive. Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts, it is glorious even to fail. Take things as they are. Punch when you have to punch. Kick when you have to kick. All fixed set patterns are incapable of adaptability or pliability. The truth is outside of all fixed patterns. A quick temper will make a fool of you soon enough. Freedom discovers man the moment he loses concern over what impression he is making or about to make. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. Obey the principles without being bound by them. Preparation for tomorrow is hard work today. The less effort, the faster and more powerful you will be. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. Use only that which works, and take it from any place you can find it. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. It's not what you give, it's the way you give it. Art lives where absolute freedom is, because where it is not, there can be no creativity. If there is a God, He is within. You don't ask God to give you things, you depend on God for your inner theme. To realize freedom requires an act of awareness. As you think, so shall you become. Faith makes it possible to achieve that which man's mind can conceive and believe. True refinement seeks simplicity. When you are uninfluenced, when you die to the conditioning of your mind, you are free. Cease negative mental chattering. If you think a thing is impossible, you'll make it impossible. Life is wide, limitless. There is no border, no frontier. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. Man, the living creature, the creating individual, is always more important than any established style or system. Only when we are no longer afraid do we begin to live. There is, what is, only when there is no comparison at all, and to live with, what is to be peaceful. When you say that something is impossible, you have made it impossible. Using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation. If you want to do your duty properly, you should do just a little more than that. The moment is freedom. I couldn't live by a rigid schedule. I try to live freely from moment to moment. The consciousness of self is the greatest hindrance to the proper execution of all physical action. If you don't want to slip up tomorrow, speak the truth today. You cannot force the now, it must be allowed to happen. To me, the extraordinary aspect of martial arts lies in its simplicity. The easy way is also the right way. One great cause of failure is lack of concentration. Nothingness cannot be defined. The softest thing cannot be snapped. True observation begins when one is devoid of set patterns. The spirit of the individual is determined by his dominating thought habits. Empty your cup so that it may be filled. Become devoid to gain totality. A fight is not won by one punch or kick. Either learn to endure or hire a bodyguard. Understanding requires not just a moment of perception, but a continuous awareness, a continuous state of inquiry without conclusion. There is no such thing as defeat until you admit so yourself. A wise man learns more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Truth cannot be structured or confined, it can only be discovered.